Hello, welcome to episode 15 of the Full-Time Banter Show. My name's Tariq.
I'm Liam.
I'm still Riz.
And this is part 1, the Fantasy League section. We've got part 2, the film section coming up as well, so make sure you like, share and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Hey, you got it.
Share with your friends, activate the little bell so you get the notifications. And we're on Twitter, at FullTimeBanter7, all one word. Get on there, follow us, it's loads of fun, loads of banter. If you can take that sort of thing, I have to say. Little caveat, little warning. If you can't take the banter, don't follow us.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to kick it straight off because last week we had a bit of a cock-up. Not my fault, but we ended up losing half the bloody tape.
It's never his fault, is it? It's never his fault. Never his fault.
We ended up losing half of the Fantasy League's video that we made. Thankfully, it's the boring international break, so we had this week as well. So we're going to kick straight off. Riz, what you put up on Twitter.
Twitter. Yes.
It's particularly good, I thought, and I think it's worth a little discussion on that because it's part of the thoughts I was thinking. So this afternoon, Riz put up on Twitter, just testing the waters. He asked 3 questions. Number 1, KDB ahead of Salah in game week 9.
Yeah.
Number 2, new defensive trio, Doherty of Wolves, plus 2 of either Robbo, Mendy, or Alonso. And number 3, Vardy or Lacazette, who is the better differential? Yeah. So before you give us your thoughts, we did have a couple of immediate responses. I've got those down. One by Bag Boy at Boy FPL.
Yeah. Frequent visitor to our Twitter handle now.
I had a good chat with him last week actually about how analysing the stats for FPL translates to stocks and shares, which is really interesting. So hopefully
we're in the wrong line of work then. Boys.
Yeah, exactly. So
after my game week, I'm in the fucking right.
We're going to talk about that. Let's not even get started on that yet. I'm going to slate you for that.
All good news is United share prices have gone up with this Saudi deal on the horizon. We don't know.
Is it? But anyway, at Bag Boy FPL got in touch and he said regarding your 3 questions, let KDB at least play a match. Yeah, fair enough. We don't know what sort of condition he's going to be in. 2, sure, why not go with Doherty plus 2 of the others, premium defenders. But then he also says, why only 3 defenders? Which is a good point, which I want to talk about as well. And on the 3rd point, he says, both are good assets, FPL assets, Vardy or Lacazette. Differentials, both of them because of low ownership.
Yeah.
Better or worse depends not just on the player. Which is interesting, fair point.
Yeah, style, team.
Yeah, and the second response we had was from our mate Niall Hawthorne. Yeah, at Niall Hawthorne. Real funny fella, you get on with him really well, honestly. Nice Irish bloke. Fantastic sense of humour, honestly, and a very good journalist as well. Good
Get
writer.
yourself on it.
He says, for number 1 for KDB ahead of Salah, not yet for me, Clive. Yeah, I don't know what that's a reference to, but number 2,
Clive.
Yeah, seems sensible to have Doherty plus any 2 of the others. And 3, boom shakalaka.
Shakalaka boom boom.
I think it says it all, doesn't it? So, your thoughts, Riz, I'll let you start since you put it up.
Like I said, I was just testing the waters. I mean, given the international injury to Salah with the muscular injury, my personal opinion is he will be starting against Huddersfield. I can't see him being benched. A lot of rumours going around that it's just a little muscle injury, that's nothing major. He'll be straight back into it. And he's playing against Huddersfield. KDB for me, I mean, obviously his value is good at 9.7, so that was another deliberation in my thought process there. City are looking like they're going to be coming forward with different fixtures, different setups throughout, but KDB will be one of their starters when he is fit. So 9.7 mil in comparison to 12.8 with Salah dropping a couple of times now. But personally I'd go with Salah. I just wanted to see what the views were out there with the community. And I agree with Doherty. Well,
let's do 1 point at a time then. Any thoughts from you? In fact, let's address the elephant in the room. Did you?
I've got an impression of an elephant, but it's not appropriate for YouTube. Turn the pockets inside out.
Right, well, hopefully you caught up on last week's video because I've not had a chance to have a go at you, but you fell out of the top 1 million in your overall ranking. You're currently 1.3. Yeah, which is...
No harm done.
All I'll say is if this was North Korea, then fuckers would be in a mine right about now. and they wouldn't be coming out. They'd be sent down there, shit houses all of them. Apart from Richarlison, who've got 7, I think, but fucking.
They let you down
wasters, they
big
did.
time, didn't they?
Fucking 36. I was like,
36.
nobody did anything. There was, you know.
But there's so many people though who got around. Our lowest scorers were 29.
26.
26.
2 of them.
Yeah. And one of the guys, James, who does Planet FPL podcast, with such really good podcast, funny guys, James got 29. Yeah, and his podcast was hilarious this week. He was just absolutely ranting as well.
That's good. It's not just me, Lisa. There's only professionals out there that are getting the same.
Spurs fan, and he got Kane for that game.
That's a double there.
Got stung, got burnt by Kane.
Kicking golf balls.
So yeah, go on. You gonna say any points on that first point?
KDB or Salah? I would stick with Salah. They're against Huddersfield.
Yeah.
So Huddersfield can't defend for Toffee. So there's a chance of a goal or an assist. Following that, if he does nothing there, if we got next Cardiff,
I'll keep him number 1
I would give Salah both those games, and if he's not done anything, City play Southampton in that game week, so I would probably bring KDB in then.
Yeah, fair point. On the Salah thing, there's a whole conspiracy that it's an international injury, because he's always also got this beef with the Egyptian FA, hasn't he? I'm hoping it's true. He may have taken a knock, or whether he's faking it, he's just saying, right, you know what, done me a bit. I'm out for the second game, which it seems like a lot of players did.
It did. I mean, but to be honest with you, I think given his goal that he scored from the corner as well, I think that's going to give him confidence, and he's just going to take it easy. Be like, listen, be back. And personally speaking, he's due. And like I said, although I don't support Liverpool and never would do, it's something. From an FPL point of view, he's gonna something will have to give with him, because I can see this weekend he's probably gonna do something, and then you'll see his ownership back up again. Because
hopefully he's got his own borrowed time. Everyone who's still got him in his team, I think, is watching for these 2 games. And let's see what happens.
It's like a ticking time bomb. It's just like ready to explode. Just hope he doesn't do a Kane from last week.
Hopefully not. But I think Mane is suspected thumb injury,
which is probably going to be good, because them two just.
But I think he's going to play, because the word is from the likes of Ben Dinnery, and there's another fellow who I follow, OC Cop.
Okay.
Both are in the know, and both say that both of them should be playing.
Fair play. Well, I'm not too bothered about Mane. I hope he don't play, because then Salah gets a bit more.
Another super boost for all fans, not just Liverpool fans, is James Milner's making a miraculous recovery from his hamstring.
There's nothing wrong with him in the first place.
He should have been in training this week. He's trying to prove his fitness for Saturday as well, so which is absolutely fantastic. James Milner, Superman.
Happy days.
Point two,
defensive trio. We already had the Holy Trinity of Alonso, Robertson, and Mendy. Then obviously Mendy got injured. And it got built up a bit with the Wolves defence, whether it was Doherty, whether it was Bole, whether it was Otto or somebody else. But at the minute, it's looking like Doherty ahead of those 3, but then combining either 2 of them or potentially 3 of them.
Well, that's what I did. I played in the last game where I played Doherty and benefited from his fantastic 15 points. And loads of people had him on the bench.
That's it, exactly. I mean, like I did. I mean, obviously, I benched my 2 premium. I benched Mendy and Robertson last week. But listen, that's 4 points there. I'm not really going to complain too much about that. It's one of them. I wasn't expecting them to get clean sheets, honestly speaking. You know what I mean? But this week they'll be back. Mendy will be back. Robertson will be back. I think Alonso, even though they're playing against United, will be back, and Doherty. So I think I'm going to go with a 4 at the back and keep my Holy Trinity as well. So at the moment, you can't get rid of Doherty. You have to play him. Irrespective, and they've got a nice fixture. I think they're up against Watford. So
I'm
with a big shot.
I'm with Bargain Boy there. That why not the 4? It doesn't have to be 3.
Exactly.
If the values in the defence, if they're bringing in the points.
That's what I'm saying. Because I think looking at some teams, obviously, my idea behind that was some teams have got higher value premium midfielders. So some got Hazard, then they've got Aguero or Kane, or they've got Salah and Hazard. So it's like you're not going to have 3 or 4 of the higher premium value defenders there. So
who's in yours?
Put it out there.
Mine is Robertson, Mendy, Tompkins, Wan-Bissaka, and Cedric.
Tompkins, you've got to get rid of.
Tompkins I will likely be wildcarding this week. Might come on to a bit.
Okay.
But,
how many times have you said that since you started this?
Just keep teasing us.
I'm on the vinegar strokes. So I'm Tompkins and Cedric will be out. Yeah.
Yeah, keep one by. He's a good.
I've cashed him in on my wildcard. Yeah, because the Wolves defenders are cheaper. I've got Patricio.
You got Bennett,
Doherty, and Bennett. But then I was telling you, I was playing around with trying to increase team value, which I made a big cock up on. I took a double drop and made a massive loss. But thankfully, because of the price increases, I'm back to square one where I was. So I've not lost out massively.
Really,
So I can't remember exactly who I've got, but I will be getting Bennett and Doherty back.
You still got Trippier, haven't you, though?
Yes, so he's potentially still there to be swapped out for Mendy. I think I'm going to go back to Mendy.
Mendy, is Mendy 6.2? 6.1?
I can't remember off the top of my
So
head.
not Trippier was slightly less than him
in
terms of value. So you might want to look at that.
That's a good point.
Don't just jump the...
That's a good point.
I just kept Mendy in because I thought,
hopefully, Lacazette goes up in price tonight, so I've got him in my team for that reason.
What's he going up from 9.6 to 9.7, is he?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
No.
So hopefully a 0.1 in the bank. Yeah, it's always that 0.1, isn't it? Third point was...
Excellent. The third point, to be honest with you...
Vardy and Lacazette.
Yeah, we've kind of touched upon that. The only reason why I'm looking at that, because last couple of games that Lacazette's had with Arsenal, he's doing a lot better than Aubameyang, and he seems to be playing in his favourite position at Arsenal.
Central, yeah.
Arsenal have 6 games on the bounce that they've won in the league now, after the difficult start that they had. Emery seems to get them playing. Lacazette seems to favour the central role. But then Vardy, I put him there because of the Leicester fixtures.
Yeah.
The fixtures, we've touched upon this before and how he's playing. And both of them, I mean, obviously everyone's looking at Aguero or Kane or Mitrovic or even Arnautovic. And they're obviously slightly higher bracket players, but the returns are there to be had. And if people are looking at the obvious ones, maybe look at the differentials that may get you the extra 5 or 10 points ahead of the rest. And the fixtures are very favourable. So I personally at the moment won't go for either of them because I can't afford them. I'm not going to wildcard. But if I was to pick, I would go for Lacazette. Full of confidence, at least he's scored. Whereas Vardy is finding his way again, but I know he can turn it on. So for me,
pull you up on that, Liam. What are your thoughts? You getting any in them wildcards?
no, I'm not getting either of them to win. If anything, I'll be taking Zaha out and dropping down to a cheaper striker. But are we coming on to cheaper strikers? Because I've got another
if you want to talk about it, go for it.
That's another thing he hit up on Twitter last week. It just blew up. Yeah.
No. But if I was picking between them two, I would go for Vardy just because he looks like a fucking pickled onion space raider. And he has it in him. He is a goal machine. That's pretty much his main game. And once he gets on a run, he will keep scoring.
Yeah. And his shot conversion rate, stupid last year.
Exactly. Like I said, at the moment, if I'm going off form, then I've got to go for Lacazette ahead of Vardy. But if I'm going off fixtures, I'd have to go for Vardy. So that's the catch-22.
Well, on that then, because I don't know if you caught it, I put on Twitter that, I'm thinking of going Lacazette on my wildcard. And I did initially, I bought him in, took out Aguero and bought Lacazette in. For that reason, thinking, you know what, I'll keep him. And he's on a price rise as well. But then Tom, from who got the assist, always gets him ahead, but he backs it up, his stats back it up, and he did make me see that, like you say, his form, who were the last 2 fixtures though, Fulham and
Watford,
right. And so they skewed, I think, the stats a bit.
They are, but then again, I mean, I get his point as well. But then again, you can look at other fixtures and other players that we're always banging about. For example, Salah. I know different kettle of fish, but he's been in the box, he's in the areas, he's getting his touches, he's getting his shots.
Well, that's the thing. Lacazette wasn't prior to those 2 games. Lacazette's stats were.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Poor.
So all it takes again, sometimes maybe it is that confidence, and it's a player to get goals, and his confidence builds up again. If you're in form and your confidence is there, and you're playing your favourite role, playing centrally, for me, from that point of view, form-wise, in terms of fixtures, Leicester definitely.
Well, let's have a look at this. I'll put this on screen at this point as well. I've got this table which I got off Twitter. It's very good. I can't remember. Sorry,
Twitter's
can't give the credit to whoever it was who put it up.
It's your own work, T. Why are you giving anyone else credit for?
I blatantly nicked it off Twitter.
Copy paste job from a spreadsheet.
On the left hand side, you've got the previous game weeks, 5 through to 8. And they're graded on how easy they were, and then down the middle, based on those fixtures, you've got the team form. So the most informed team was Chelsea, going all the way down to Fulham. On the right hand side, you've got upcoming fixtures also graded according to difficulty. So obviously you can see Chelsea and Arsenal top of the table. And here's where I'm going to bring in the second table. I'll put up at some point as well. Just to highlight that Chelsea and Arsenal are in the Europa League. We've got those fixtures coming up in the next block of 4 game weeks. And both Chelsea and Arsenal have been resting their big players because they don't seem interested in Europa League.
No.
So
I think it's imperative for them to finish in the top.
So that swings it slightly for Lacazette in your favour in what you're saying, but I am still not convinced now. I'm going to go back to Aguero.
So you're going Aguero?
I tried Vardy for that one game where it was.
Well, the thing is, I think for me, from pointing that out there, the other reason why I was being a cynical testing the waters, if I'm not mistaken, Arsenal and Leicester play this coming game week 9. So from an experimental point of view, it'd be nice to see the challenge, because we all talk about Arsenal having a shoddy defence, okay, and then we talk about Lacazette only turning it on against certain teams. So this will either prove a theory whether Vardy is ready against a defence that isn't as brilliant, or if Lacazette is basically on a movement where his form is showing that he's capable of getting the goals. So let's see. It's interesting.
It definitely is.
Interesting indeed.
Shoots out of the OK Corral. Or the King. Where is it?
King Power.
The Emirates, isn't it? Yeah,
No, it's at the King Power.
Is that the
King
Power? So there's
Leicester home.
Every chance Leicester and Vardy will do something against Arsenal. And Arsenal assets. I mean, fair enough. Like
Is that thing? Is that Leicester F or
what's that? Sorry.
Leicester H home.
They're at home. Yeah.
Leicester
No, sorry, not Arsenal.
Sorry.
Sorry. Arsenal at home. Arsenal are at home.
It got me thinking. I was like,
well, even then, even better, because they're going to sit back and hit Arsenal on the counter. That's what I meant.
Let's see that.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Okay.
But just while I've got a last point on this, the other standout fixtures, I think, like I say, the lighter ones are the easier ones.
Fulham game.
Yeah. The Fulham game. Yeah. So.
Very much so.
And Wolves again. Watford, Brighton, sort of middling fixtures, but I think they're all right. Who are you looking at? Fulham's fixtures.
I'm looking at Fulham at Cardiff.
Cardiff away,
Mitrovic,
and then Huddersfield away. So you've got to get Mitrovic. You've got to get Mitrovic for the cheapest striker.
Looking good there. He's not cheap at the minute. I mean, he's near enough. He was cheap initially, but he's hitting the heights of like Kanata, which at 7 million or Zaha as well. So his price.
But that was the discussion you brought up last week. With the strikers, and Wilson and King are in there. And Ings is in there, obviously.
Yeah.
But the ones I'm going for are basically I've swapped out Zaha for Arnautovic.
Yeah.
Despite his knee injury, I think he's still going to kick it.
I had him in before it.
I've had Mitrovic in from day one. Yeah. So I stood by him. Yeah.
I give him a shout out, didn't I? At the start of the season, but I didn't go with it.
Yeah. So if you're going to go for either Lacazette or Vardy, something else has got to give somewhere, hasn't it? So
shall I throw
City against Burnley.
Go ahead.
Shall I throw my cheaper option striker? Murray at Brighton.
Yeah, good shout. That's what I'm saying about.
Always was the business, and he's one of them. Like I always end up getting De Gea in that team at some point, which I won't do this season. I think it's not. But Murray always ends up finding his way in.
But he only scores at home.
Yeah, but.
So you never know. You never know.
That's 19 goals.
So he's only going to score in 1 out of the next 3 games. Based on that stat.
Hey, I heard news though. City Aguero's playing. He's usually starting at Burnley.
So you're not in cahoots with that Guardian journalist, are you?
No Guardian journalist. I mean, not even these Saudis who kidnap these US journalists either. Man, I'm being serious with you. He's not literally. He's not.
He is, and I'll tell you why he is. He's had a rest. He's fully fit. He's not going to be doing the 60-65 minutes thing again. Top of that, Jesus has played the full 90 in the fixture recently on a different continent. So he's not coming back as that. He's not coming back as that.
Trust me.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I'm not playing mind games here. I'm being like realistic with you. Like you'll be like, Riz, next week when we do this, you'll be like, Riz, you know what? I thank you for telling me this. I was silly that I didn't take your
playing. Aguero is starting against Burnley, and Aguero is going to be my captain this week.
Burnley defence is solid now. They're getting back to where they were after that initial Europa League thing.
They've conceded the most shots.
Yeah, well, it's getting better.
It's getting better, but they've conceded the most shots. Yeah.
I think they're going to frustrate City, whoever starts with them. So Jesus, no hat-trick, Aguero on the bench, ready for Champions League.
On another point then, Sterling. We've said KD, and I agree. I'm I'm looking. It depends how Salah does, but I'm going to try and squeeze KDB in somewhere if I can. But Sterling is the differential.
Very good price, 11.1 million. However, his inconsistency on the day of games. It's like which Sterling is going to turn up.
He's been getting better. You know, I looked at the stats, and I didn't get to look at really deep into it and how. But it's a big improvement on last season.
Yeah, therefore, don't get me wrong. I mean,
last season was pretty good.
Yeah, last season was brilliant, and I think he is one of those players that thingy. But then you got to remember that City have got a lot of players in those positions.
Yeah.
They're going to have that rotation process as well. And the minute he doesn't perform, I can see him either being hauled off and rested for another game or for another time, or he'll just be like, listen, you're not playing this game. Don't really need you. I'll probably put up another player, and that is
on fire though. He's getting the bonus points now because his passing has improved so much.
It has definitely, and I don't dispute that whatsoever. But all I'm saying is he isn't. I don't think he's going to give you a lot of returns for where he is at 11.1. I would, if you haven't got Hazard in, I would get Hazard in personally for those viewers.
Yeah, we haven't got Hazard.
Stuff. You haven't got Hazard in. That'd be the first thing. That'd be first thing. Get Hazard in before you even think about Sterling. And the other thing is, if KDB does come back, then you're going to have to look at possible rotation with Mahrez and Sané as well. That's another sticky point. You're just very quickly going to put that out there. Yeah. Mendy's back. Yeah. How much game time is Sané going to get as well? Because he doesn't like both of them playing for the same team because of the work ethic.
Yeah.
So it's a stickler. You've dangled the carrot there. Let's see how many people take it, because in my opinion, I think I would stay off.
Exactly with that. With Mendy coming back,
yeah.
Sané having played full 90 as well.
Yeah.
And against Burnley, it's a perfect time for him to bring in KDB if he's fit.
Yeah.
So I think Sterling does start and play against Burnley.
I won't be surprised if he does, but what I'm saying is I'm not against Sterling in any way, shape or form. But for me to put him on my team, especially at the price he is, I just think he's inconsistent, considering. I'd rather give Salah the run at that price where he is at the moment, and just stick with him and give him that belief without taking. If you're talking about replacing, like I said, with KDB, Salah, if you're replacing Sterling with Salah, then I would probably go with the cheaper option of KDB if I was to make that change.
True. Good point. Fair point.
I'll back you up on that as well.
We've rattled on enough, Liam. I want you in here. And I keep saying that jump in. If you've got something to say, just be rude.
Yeah, just be rude, mate.
Yeah. He's just too damn polite.
Well.
Yeah. Right. Your wildcard. Tell us what you're doing, your thoughts.
Wildcard.
Is this the wildcard that you said you're going to play like 3 weeks ago, then decided against it?
Shut the fuck up, Rich. I know I've been, like I said, I've done the vinegar strokes for ages, and I'm gonna defense is easy. Tompkins and
Wobber.
So Cedric will be out. Wan-Bissaka I'll just keep around, but Bennett is probably the one I will get because he's cheapest and he does play the 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Midfield, Hazard will be coming in. I can't remember. I've not looked at my team since the fucking 36. Murray probably coming in for Zaha because that frees up some fundage. So my strike force does look a bit weak because it's Aguero, Ings, and
Zaha at the moment.
Murray then. So it does look a little bit weak, but my midfield should be getting bolstered.
Yeah.
From I can't remember who's coming in apart from Hazard. And who's going out? Richarlison was looking a bit iffy.
To Maddison?
I've got him in already. Madison's
right,
in already.
Okay. Fraser?
Fraser, yeah.
Oui, Fraser, man.
Yeah. Fraser.
Hey, he's doing the business.
He's in love with Madison now.
Yeah, to be fair, you called him out at the start of the season. And we're still, so there's like I said, I'm not looked at it. That would be my Friday night, but I'm going out.
Well, you see him up if you can, Pete. Just give him an overview.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Quickly,
sure, let's do that with your team.
To do that. But whilst you're doing that anyway, T,
yeah.
I've got an interesting point for a couple of players there for our FPL managers out there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm one of those FPL managers who likes to think if you're going to use your wild card, and this is for you to, obviously you're using it potentially game week 9 coming in. How likely are you to basically put players in based on the fixtures for that game week 9 rather than looking ahead to the next 2 or 3 fixtures?
Always look ahead.
Yeah. And this is why I'll put this good point actually, put the table up down for people to have a look at. The next 4 game weeks, And included in there, we've got the European, the Champions League, and the Europa League fixtures.
Exactly.
And as you'll notice, game week 11 is preceded by the EFL Cup as well.
Exactly. So you got that coming in. So my point was, because I've seen, and it's a problem that a few people have, is they bring in players specifically for the game week that they're making a change for, and they don't look ahead. Then they realise, hang on a minute, I got my best defender against my best striker playing. I got this team against this team playing here because of the rotation policy. Maybe if you got like a keeper there, so you think, hang on a minute, you've just wildcarded, and then now you're making maybe 2 or 3 different substitutions and going with -4, -8 points to try and get back to having a team that's going to reliably get you some points back.
Well, hopefully,
I think it can only work. I think it can only work on if you're planning that for one game week, you're having one player in, and then you're taking them straight out. After that, but you know in advance that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
The risky one then is if one of your premium players gets injured, one of your big names, then you're up a bit the creep without paddle.
Therefore,
So it's a risky game anyway.
I'm an advocate of using that mentality for free hits, just that game week.
Yeah.
For free hit, not wildcard, because from your wildcard point of view, you're going to be looking at a situation where it's really going to cause you problems.
Definitely.
And like I said, Tarek's very clearly highlighted that. Obviously, you've got the Europa League, you've got the Champions League, you've got the EFL.
So if you look at those, one thing on that last point, hopefully enough people have been burned by bringing in Kane for one game to be stupid.
But this is why I'm saying. But then sometimes, like you say, you have that initial attachment to want to make a change based on emotions, which was one we said one of the rules based on that, or to play catch up. Because what you'll find is there are certain FPL managers out there who go chasing points.
Yeah.
And in the wild card,
used to be one of them.
but that's what I'm saying. But in the wild card, that's where they see it as a prime opportunity.
Yeah.
So thinking, hang on a minute, I've not got this guy, and I've not got this guy, but everyone else is getting this guy. And then the minute they get him, it's like, oops, he's not really done well. Like Kane, for example, prime example last week. So that's what I was saying. Where do you guys stand on it? And I'm glad that you said you follow the long-term projections.
Definitely. I think it works for looking back as well, because you might see a player, say you've got a defender that's on 42 points, and you go, bloody hell, that's amazing, I'll definitely get them in. But they might have had a week where they got 16 points, and that's nearly half of the overall total. So you've got to take that into account as well, I always think.
No,
I've had to scroll to the second page to find your team in our league.
Listen, tell him stop rubbing it in.
Oh, yeah.
Right, you're getting rid of Pickford. Tell me you're getting rid of...
the keepers. The keepers is Alisson, so Pickford and whoever the fuck the other one is. You can say
Begovic.
Fucking one.
Is it?
No.
Fabianski?
Ryan. Look, he got 9 points on the bench, you shithouse!
I'd keep Ryan.
Fucking Brighton. I'm bringing in Murray now. So, Pickford and Ryan are going out.
Thank God for that.
Alisson and Hamer.
No.
So Hamer's just not going to play.
No. Get Patricio. Wolves. Yeah. If you're going to go for a cheap Wolves defender at Bennett,
true.
I'd probably say.
But he's going for Alisson. He doesn't need a rotational keeper.
4.5.
Is the point another 0.5?
I haven't got 0.5 if I were.
If he's getting Alisson, he just sticks with Alisson.
On his fixtures, when they've got good fixtures.
But Alisson, listen.
I got Alisson anyway. And I got Fabianski. So that price.
Defence in the league.
Anyway, Leo,
I like how you're fighting on my team. Yeah.
Right.
Backseat.
We're trying to get you to that top 25 with Miguel to win that bloody meal.
Oh, I know. I'm so hungry. So Pickford and Ryan have been binned for Hamer and Alisson, so that'll just be set and forget. Tompkins and Cedric are going out for definitely a Wolves defender, maybe 2, not sure.
Tompkins is dropping in price any day now, so you've got to get rid of him.
Might just get rid of him anyway.
Yeah.
And then wildcard after that.
And they're playing Everton.
Yeah, I think Everton will do
Sigurdsson might be a good shot.
Siggy's up there for most chances created,
He's not doing bad, is he?
Yeah, so that's another midfield option.
I think Nokia as well. I'm loving Brighton tonight. I don't know what it is.
Knockout.
That's must be the club scene. Not talking orange. Otherwise midfield.
Get rid of Neves.
Yeah, Neves he seems to have like a decent overall total, but it's just a lot of 2s and 3s.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything. So Neves is.
To be fair, Wolves midfield is not bringing in the points.
No.
Jimenez up front is, and the defence are, but and maybe is it Jota plays the right side? Jota.
Yeah, Otta.
So yes, yeah, so Neves is going. Lucas will be going. He'll be the main one to make way for
Lucas
Hazard.
yeah, not Lucas Levy,
And Richarlison might stay out go for either Nokia or Sigurdsson, depending on their prices, and if I need to free up some fundage as well. But, yeah.
You know what? Looking at your team, I'm not surprised you got the crappy points you did. It is a poor team.
It was alright for a couple of weeks. I think it was Ericsson leaving. That's what it was.
That's it.
Ericsson left.
Well, it'll be interesting now to see what happens though, moving forward though, exactly. So I think on them points, obviously it's nice to get a bit of a viewpoint on that, because I think yours is going to be totally different.
It's not
come Saturday, I think it'll be totally different.
On Saturday it might be, at the moment it's not. I mean, I've got Richarlison in and I've got Maddison in. Okay, and again, Maddison I got in for the price rise. And yeah, he's been extremely, very, very lucky.
Cheers, Riz, it's okay, welcome to
His stats are not backing it up, his stats are not backing it up, Riz. Honestly.
Stats only tell you what they want to tell you.
Just speak to me, I'll tell you, don't you?
Right, but yeah, my wildcard, it turns out I might only end up swapping 3 players out.
Does it bad?
I know it doesn't, because I don't feel bad about it, because I really wanted to get Patricio in, and it was time to get rid of Zaha. And there was something else I wanted to do in here.
Do that. But at least you got your value back in your team. So
yeah, so it was an interesting experiment, just messing about with the value. So I think I know what to do next time when I'm
happy days.
Yeah.
Get your in January then, isn't it?
And on the international break, I mean, everyone's obviously having a go. I think it's good to break up the season. It gives you a shorter chunk to look at, especially if it's you're new at the game.
From an FPL point of view, yeah. But I think from an actual Premier League point of view,
there's a lot of them. I mean, we've had 3 before Christmas, will we?
Yeah,
there's another one coming up in November. So
I know you guys. I don't mind international football, but
that's because you support bloody Celtic in the Farmers League. That's why.
Let's not start. Don't pull the ripcord.
Yeah, that's it. I think the other thing, very, very quickly before, I think, because we had a good topic, good discussion in and around this. The only thing I would say on this fantasy league situation is the players that haven't gone to international duty.
Oh yeah, give them a shout. Yes.
Give them a shout out. So get the names out there.
Yeah. So City players who did not go away on international duty include Aguero, as we've said, Mendy, Laporte, who's a really good defensive option. He's started every game. Started every game.
42 points so
far. Fabian Delph. Just do the basics. Do the basics, lads.
Come on, just do it.
Where's Jack when you need him?
I know.
Gundogan. Yeah, Ilkay Gundogan didn't go. David Silva, who I think with the return of KDB is going to get limited time now anyway. Fernandinho didn't go. KDB obviously. Have I put Delph twice? I have.
No, you just put Delph in.
Oh, Delph and Gundogan.
Both expected to return.
You want to do the Arsenal ones, Liam?
Yeah, I don't mind doing the Arsenal. Ozil, Lacazette, Bellerin, Mustafi, Monreal and Holding were the ones not on international duty. Ramsey was injured midweek, was he not? Did he not partake in the game against Ireland?
I don't know.
I think
Ramsey
might be.
I don't think Ramsey played.
Whether that's I'll be injured or
it's good for you anyway. Well, yeah, get your views out there, guys. So, our full-time Banter 7, like, share and subscribe. Obviously, the ding-ding that he likes to talk about, the bell.
Yeah.
Get that one there.
Ring my bell.
Ring my bell. Oh. Miguel, if you're watching, ring his bell, mate. Other than that, I think we've covered everything.
Yeah. We've put the tables up, but not giving you specific players or teams to talk about because nobody's asked about that. But obviously talking about EFL Cup, Liverpool are not in there, so game week 11 their assets should be safe.
Same for United, isn't it?
Yeah. United out as well.
Yeah.
Oh yes, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the two Champions League games during game week 10 and 12 is where we've got to be wary of rotation. So we'll obviously look at that closer.
A bit more closer to the time.
Preview for those, yeah. So coming up, and also you'll notice, I think there's Monday night games in all of those game weeks now potentially. Yeah.
Monday night, Friday night.
Is there a Friday night? It's not Friday night.
No, because of the way the fixtures are for the Champions League and the Carabao.
That caught out a lot of people as well, didn't it?
Yeah, you've had your one.
Yeah. So there's your team. You've got your list of form teams. Bournemouth, hopefully Fraser with hopefully another international injury should be starting. Leicester, way to go.
I was
West
right
Ham.
at him as well. He hasn't done a
Same.
jack since he got his 3 points.
West Ham are improving as well with
West Ham,
Anderson, another one with good stats. Good stats for
West Ham playing
chances.
Spurs though, aren't they? West
Yeah.
Ham against Spurs.
Yeah.
However,
I think West Ham are that.
West Ham style of play is the only reason why Anatovic is doing the freedom, the job that he's got his license. It'll be interesting to see. But then again, if you've got Anatovic and then you've got Trippier or another Spurs defender, you might want to just plan carefully.
I think if you look at that list of form teams, going from Chelsea down to Wolves, and then I think those are the teams that you would make your squad
Based
from.
your decisions on.
And then Burnley and United, like you say, are turning. Burnley definitely turning. United, let's see what happens. I think United are going to lose to Chelsea, personally.
Probably.
I just heard it start on the way up on the
No,
radio.
it's at Stamford Bridge and Mourinho hasn't won in the last 3 meetings they've been there. So
Well, here's the stat I heard on the way up on the radio. Last 16 meetings at Stamford Bridge, United won once.
yeah, that's the.
Yeah.
Probably the same for a
That's
lot of
right.
teams though.
Well, to be honest with you, I think Mourinho and Hazard are going to be riding away in the distance to Madrid. Rumour has it Mourinho back to Madrid.
Yeah. Wow. They must be stupid. Alright, and so the bottom third or so of that table from Huddersfield down to Fulham are obviously,
I'm rooting for Fulham, man. Come on, Fulham.
apart from the talismanic players, Fulham with
Because you're banging about Mitrovic. isn't it?
Mitrovic, yeah. Well, he'll potentially score, but they're leaking goals.
No, that's it, exactly. And now Fulham's owner as well, Shahid Khan, has withdrawn his bid for the Wembley Stadium, National Stadium. For those who are traditionalists, weren't given his
He's got a great
blessing.
tash.
But he's very good though, he
Yes.
really made a good
Go see
point.
his tash.
Like that,
So
right? Was he Jacksonville, isn't it? Jacksonville Jaguars, so
Yes.
wherever he is from the States, he's...
Well, I think, shall we conclude there? Nothing else much to say on that?
Well, I think we've said a lot.
We have, it's been coming up to about
Epic.
40 minutes.
That's why you enjoy it.
So, get in touch if you have any questions, any thoughts, if you agree, disagree, like we said, like, share and subscribe. Tune in for the second part of the film section. It's going to be banging. It's Gangster Week.
Banging.
Top 5 gangster films.
Get on
so
it, get on it.
expect plenty of
Brap.
dodgy accents,
You
dodgy
dirty
accents,
rat.
and quotes, just like that one, yeah? So thank you very much for tuning in.
Yeah.
See you in part 2.
Bye bye.